Shy. You're one of the best talkers, interviewers in boxing. People always want to hear what you got to say.
I'm super shy right now.
All right, so talk to me about the flower on the ear.
It's for my sweetheart. It's for the love of my life.
Who's that?
I'm not allowed to disclose that right now. There's a lot of feds watching and stuff, so I don't want to disclose any of that stuff. But it's for my sweetheart.
Rolly, so what have you done since your last fight? Been in the gym, staying busy, working on yourself?
Just been traveling, enjoying my life. You know, just really enjoying myself. Life's too short to be just throwing punches all day and getting punched in the face. I don't like getting punched in the face too much.
What do you think of the division and how the state of it since your last fight? A lot has happened.
It's just a division. It's just boxing. A lot of stuff always happens in boxing.
Well, this past Saturday, a lot of stuff happened. Rayo Valenzuela, he got the upset over Pitbull Cruz, Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, I called that. I don't think it's on record. I called that. I knew that was gonna happen.
Why'd you know? Because you had just faced him, and maybe some other things you could have adjusted during the fight, or?
No, it just he was never supposed to be champ to begin with. Mm-hmm. I just had an off day, so that's that.
Why is that?
After watching his performance on Saturday, do you feel like you could have, if you were his opponent, you could have taken that fight?
Who?
After Pitbull's performance on Saturday, do you feel like if you were his opponent, you could have taken that fight?
I just had an off day. But it happens. It's boxing.
Rolly, you don't have too many off days, but from what you saw from Rayo, is that good enough to be in there with Gervonta Davis and have any kind of success, being that you faced him as well? Because it looks like that was on the line, a potential fight with Gervonta Davis for the winner.
Gervonta Davis is on a whole other level.
Ryan Garcia said that he would give a shot to Rayo on his ex, I guess. What do you think about that fight if it ever happens?
Give because we're Ryan, it could be he's talking about a shot at tequila. So
What do you think about your
I don't know. From what I know with him, he wakes up and brushes his teeth with tequila. So
What do you think about your opponent on September 14th?
I don't really have much thoughts about him. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't owe him anything. I don't know.
How has camp treated you for your fight September 14th?
Camp?
Yeah, how has your camp treated you for your fight?
I haven't even been in camp. I haven't even started. I was laying down and eating potato chips and all sorts of stuff, and yeah, I'm really big right now.
Ronnie, después de decir español, ¿cómo han sido esos días para ti después de esa derrota contra Isaac?
Muy bueno. Tú necesitas, es mejor siempre estar alegre, que tú nunca sabes lo que la vida te tira para arriba. No estar alegre siempre.
¿No te afectó mucho mentalmente?
nada.
¿No te deprimiste o algo así?
No, yo siempre ando alegre con todo, ¿tú sabes? Esto es nada más un país chiquito de la vida mía, que hay mucho más en la vida mía.
¿Qué te pareció esa pelea de José Valenzuela Rayo contra Isaac? ¿Crees que fue justo el resultado?
Se lo dije a todo el mundo que iba a pasar. Y así mismo fue.
How did Terrence Crawford look?
I didn't want that fight.
You passed up on it?
I mean, it was like 2 hours to wait for him to walk into the ring because they had like a whole
Eminem concert?
concert, and yeah, I just left somewhere else. I did something else.
What did you hear overall? Just what you caught, any highlights or anything?
He's really ugly. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Rolly, what did you learn from your last performance with Pitbull Cruz?
I didn't learn much. I really didn't learn anything at all.
What do you think about Canelo Berlanga? Berlanga's a young fighter, big puncher.
Look, I'll tell you like this. So we got one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time fighting a young, up-and-coming Puerto Rican descent prospect well, not he's a contender. He's been a contender that punches hard and he can end the fight at any given moment with one punch. But he punches hard, so I mean, like it's always an exciting fight, especially when there's punchers involved. You know, because you never know what can happen.
Do you think with Canelo taking this fight, some of the fans are saying they're going to boycott it or whatever? It's also going up against the UFC Noche, the Mexican card. How do you think things are going to play out for the card overall? Just going up against the UFC and then the fans being a little upset that he's not fighting David Benavidez.
As far as like fighting, going up against the UFC, I mean, if you're a boxing fan, you're gonna watch it, and if you're a UFC fan, you're gonna watch UFC. So who cares if it's I mean, y'all want to go be cheap? Everyone fucking streams shit anyways.
That's true.
Everyone's gonna watch the fight regardless,
That's true.
whether they pay for it or not.
That's true.
Only cheap fucks stream shit. So if you broke, you stream.
Rolly, ¿cómo te sientes de regresar en una velada grande como esa de Canelo?
Alegre, super alegre.
¿Qué quieres demostrar esta noche?
No hay nada que demostrar.
Rolly, what's the goals headed going forward in the sport now, man?
Goals. I mean, like I told you guys in the past, I'm just gonna give you guys a bunch of exciting fights. I've told it, and that's the only goal that I have for boxing. I don't really care about anything else.
What do you think is one of the most exciting fights out there for you going forward?
Which ones do you think?
I think the Rayo fight would be good. Even T.O. I mean, I know you guys have been friends in the past, but it'd be fun. Still Ryan. All those names.
Devin's still out
Devin, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of fights.
Manuel Jaimes, that's a good fight.
A lot of fights. A lot of fights coming up. A lot of fights.
Is this a must-win for you, Rolly? Or
what?
like, is this a must-win, or you just don't see it any type of way? Like you said, you have more to life than just boxing.
I don't see any fight as like I see every fight as a must win. Yeah.
This is no different.
Yeah, this makes no difference to me. Like it's still a fight, and I always try my hardest to win.
Couple more questions, please. Manuel, 16-1. I mean, do you feel like you need a knockout to separate yourself right now?
I always feel like I need a knockout.
It seems like you're really good at making these paper roses behind your ear.
Yeah, I like making roses. I think I'm quite an artist.
Not only in the ring, not only KO artist.
Yeah. A lot of different kinds of arts that I know how to do.
Were you surprised with I just got over here. Were you surprised with the outcome of the right?
I called it.
I
called it.
Is that why? Because people call on social media, people call people one trick pony. Is that why? You just do one thing?
It's a lot more complex than just that. I can't really go too much into detail, but certain things that happened on that night I had fought.
What do you think about the co-main event, Danny Garcia versus Lara?
I'm gonna tell you like this: that fight has been, I don't know, they've been supposed to make that fight for like 2 years and stuff, So I think that's a tremendous fight. We got the technician, and we got somebody that can knock you out any given moment with a left hook. And has by far the most devastating left hook in this sport. So you got, yeah.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna bring in our next fighter. So.